In today's video, I have a compilation of some French country thrifted decor makeovers that I have been doing over the last several months. I hope that you enjoy this video, and let's start DIYing. This yard sale chair that my mom actually found for $7 is going to be our first French country makeover today. So here's how it looked before. It just kind of had a faux, kind of an antiqued finish on the wood, and the seat was kind of nasty. I actually took it off before I even got some footage of it, or I think I might have just lost the pictures I took. But we are going to totally transform this chair into a really fun, weathered, old world looking French country chair. So first I'm starting out by just adding some chalk paint. I'm just using my favorite color. It's called Cottage White, and it's by the Home Decor line. You can get this on Amazon, or I've also seen it at Hobby Lobby. I'll link it down below for you guys if you're interested in trying some. All right, still working on this chair. I kind of been taking a lot of breaks in between, just working on it while I'm outside playing with the kids. But I guess it's kind of nice that I'm taking my time, because it's giving me opportunity to really think of what I want to do, because a lot of times I just rush into these things and then I end up not really loving what I do because I just try and get it done. So my thought process is that I want to take this glaze and I'm going to put that all over the chair, and then over top of that I'm going to use the same white paint, and I really want to try and give this an old world, like a French provincial piece of furniture that's just been aged. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. You know me, like the more aged, the older, the more like it's been around for hundreds of years, the better. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. And I'm gonna use these for the first time with you guys today. These were gifted to me from IOD, Iron Orchid Designs. And these are paint blades. So I'm hoping that these are going to give me kind of an uneven, almost a chippy kind of a paint effect over top of the glaze. I will link that stuff below, and a lot of this stuff is also in my Amazon storefront. A lot of the paints and paintbrushes and the things like that that I use on my DIY decor projects. So definitely check out in the description below if you're interested in getting some of these things for yourself. So essentially what I'm doing with this glaze is I'm kind of staining back the color of the chair so it's a little bit of a softer, kind of a more aged wood look. This color wood is really in right now. It's just like a more natural look instead of that really dark, harsh wood that was originally there. So I just think that this will be kind of a nicer, a little bit of a softer transition when I do my final effect with the IOD paint blades. But I'm just using this product and working it in really well. It's actually really easy to work with. It's nice and watery, so you really can't go wrong. But I'm going to brush it on and then kind of wipe it back off, just to kind of help blur and blend it. Alright, here is what the chair looks like with the glaze applied. I'm hoping that I like it. Once I put some paint back over top, I'm hoping that I get the effect that I have envisioned in my head. Because now it just kind of looks like a brown chair. So, but layering is usually the key to making things look old world, aged, antiqued. So we're just gonna keep layering it up. This was my first time using these IOD paint blades. They're just silicone blades essentially, and what you do is you just load them up with a little bit of paint, and then as you can see I'm just wiping it on, and they kind of create skipping, and they give you a more uneven application of the paint, so that creates kind of a chippy effect. I think that these would be fantastic to use if you were making a sign and you had just a really simple flat board that you wanted to create this kind of chippy look really quick and easy with just some paint and this paint blade, because these were a little bit hard to use on all of the grooves and the cracks and the crevices that this chair had. It was fun though, experimenting with them, and I do really like the effect that they gave. So I'll link these below to make it easy for you guys to find them if you're interested in owning some. Here we are, another day, and still working on this chair, this yard sale chair. Okay, I am ready though to start recovering it. I think I got all the stinky stuff off. I don't know how perfect it's going to look. I've never really recovered a chair, and I did throw away the foam that was on it because it was just really stinky. So do the best that I can. I was kind of hoping that this would be a prettier color because I don't mind that like deconstructed look, but you can see it's the red and black and stuff, so that's not gonna work. But I do like the paint job. I think it turned out pretty darn cute. It's definitely chippy and rustic looking, very country. So yeah, let's see how we can go about adding some cushion and covering up the seat here. So I think I'm gonna just lay down this batting to kind of cover up this stuff here, and then over top of that I'm gonna use some of the thicker stuff and just try and make it cushy. So this is the material that I think that I'm gonna use. I think it's super pretty. I did find this at a yard sale recently. I think that's gonna look beautiful. I absolutely love this French toile. I love, love, love that like robin's egg French blue. I kind of wanna start adding that color into my house somewhere. So let's start here. All right, we got that on. I think it looks pretty good. I'm just going to trim my excess here. I'm kind of trying to outrun this storm that's coming in. I don't want to take that inside, it's so loud. So I got this on, all the batting and everything, and it looks nice. It looks like it's gonna be nice and soft. And now I just need to put the fabric on. right, I managed to get all those staples in before the rain came. I'm in my foyer right now. Don't mind the big bounce house. We just had that outside and had to bring it in. So, but yeah, I think it turned out really cute. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. The only thing is I probably should have gone a little bit further out here on the sides, because, oops, let me show you here. Yeah, because, well, I'll just have to pull these staples out and then paint over the spots. I thought I would cover that, but that's okay. There'll be a little more wood showing there on the sides. I'll get some thick rickrack. And for the finishing touch, I just added some really simple white lacy rickrack that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I'm just using a fabric glue in my hot glue gun and pressing it down without burning myself. But it was a very quick and easy process, probably the easiest step of this whole chair transformation. It's been such an absolutely dreamy fall, you guys. Look at that. So pretty. But yeah, I also wanted to turn your attention to our new bed here that we were gifted from Evenco. They make hybrid mattresses, and what that means is you're getting a combination of the memory foam that we all love, that's so comfortable, but also you're getting the support of coils to help eliminate those dips and those grooves that you get in memory foam mattresses. Our other mattress was extremely it had a lot of caverns and stuff in it. There was one about right here, right in the middle of the bed with their other memory foam mattress, and I would kind of roll into it every night, so then my poor husband would only be sleeping on this tiny little sliver here. So the coils in this mattress will give you this support so that that doesn't happen. You won't be getting those memory foam dips. This mattress is also priced extremely well. We really can't afford a very expensive, you know, $2,000 plus mattress. So this price range is just perfect for us, in the $600 range. And we got a king size, and I believe it also has cooling memory foam. So if you're a hot sleeper, you definitely are going to enjoy that. But I will have a coupon code down in my description below. You can just find it by going underneath this video, and sometimes it'll say more, and you click that link and then everything will show up for you. So you can grab the coupon code and the link to go check out their mattresses. It did arrive in a box, and we just placed it on the bed and it unrolled and it blew right up, and it's been super nice. And then the first things that I saw, you guys saw me pick these up and comment on them, are these little angel bookends. I have been looking for bookends, and I've also been eyeing angels lately. So these are my first angels. Look at these cute little cherubs, and they're just so perfect. I'm definitely gonna paint these. I'll show you guys how I end up making them over, but I just love them. I think they're adorable, and it was $5 for the pair. All right, so I think I'm gonna start with the base of this castle color chalk paint. That is gonna be my darker kind of cement base. Okay, and here's what that castle color looks like. So let's apply one coat of this and see how it looks, and then we'll start the layering process. In my bowl, I mixed together that chalk paint along with equal parts of like just a joint compound. I like to add the joint compound because it really helps to thicken the paint and it gives it a much more organic stone concrete looking texture. It just allows me to really control the amount of texture and build it up as much as I want. I also like the look that it gives the piece when it's dry. It kind of creates like some variation in the color. You can see some pieces look very matte and a little bit lighter than other spots. And you'll see that when I show you after these pieces are dry and I'm done painting them. And now I'm just going back over with a second coat just to add more texture in certain places, or if there's any spots that I missed where a little bit of that gold is still shining through. The final step for these faux stone, faux concrete little angel bookends is to add some white wax. And I am using Dixie Belle's white wax. Again, that'll be down below for you to make it easy for you to shop for it if you want some. But I'm using this nice big brush and I'm working it kind of on the high points so that the darker tones kind of are settled into the grooves, and then you just want to wipe away any excess and you're going to be left with a piece that has a ton of dimension. And here is what a piece looks like with the wax and without the wax. You can see how much the white wax really highlighted all the texture. Right, here is my next project that I'm gonna French country up. It's this kid's table that I got off of Amazon. It worked because it was the right length. I wanted a longer table for the spot that it went on, more rectangular. So it was a little hard to find something, especially something that was kind of budget friendly. All right, so I don't like the color at all. It's much too like kind of a blonde, coppery kind of toned wood. I much prefer like a darker wood, and they didn't have that. I don't even know if they have this in white, but I'm just gonna paint it. It's kind of like, I think it's a rubber wood, they call it, so it's not anything, you know, super lavish or anything as far as wood quality goes. But I'm just gonna paint it with some chalk paint and try and make it look cute, and maybe use some IOD transfers or something in it just to make it really kind of cool and unique. My kids have also already started like getting crayon and stuff on it, and it's not wiping clean very easy. So if it's something that I can just paint, then I can just do touch-ups if I need to clean any of that stuff off. So let's get into this project. I'm using chalk paint for this project because I didn't want to have to do any sanding or prep or priming. I just wanted to be able to put the paint on and then be good to go. So I'm using home decor chalk paint in cottage white. You can see just how good that chalk paint is covering this rubber wood. It really only took one coat to get it really nice and covered. So I will have this link below. It's my favorite white chalk paint color. It's just very soft and natural looking. All right, I'm moving right along. It's actually not taking long at all to get some paint on these. It's already looking much cuter. I think it's gonna just have a lot more character now. I kind of wish I would have been able to find an antique set or something, but I needed something a little bit bigger that the kids could kind of grow into. And as much as I don't mind being patient and waiting to find like one of a kind unique pieces, sometimes you gotta just get what you can get and then make it unique and give it character. And that's one of the things that I love to do. So I've got one more chair here to paint, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to do was create some like variation in color and give this a little bit of a crackly, kind of a chippy effect, but I wanted the color underneath the chipping and the crackling not to be the blonde wood that we just painted over, but to be more of like a French blue. So I'm going to kind of make my own custom color. I'm gonna start with this sage color, and actually this would probably be perfect. So I'm just gonna use the sage color. I thought I was gonna have to add some blue to it, but hey, maybe I will. This is Savannah Mist by Dixie Belle, and the sage color was, I guess it's just called Sage by Home Decor. I'll try and link all this stuff in the description for you guys. Always check down in my descriptions because that's where I keep all the good stuff. It's just the little arrow that points down underneath my video. Okay. So yeah, I think mixing these together will give me the perfect French blue color. I think it's just because I'm outside, I'm not seeing the true tone of things. I think that'll be really pretty. So this table is going in our like crafting / breakfast room. It's kind of our all-purpose room right off of our living room, or our kitchen, I'm sorry. Well, actually it's off of the living room as well. It's kind of right in the middle, and we use it all the time, and I kind of have a vision for that room with a lot of like French blues and just kind of doing more color in there. So that's why I'm trying to add in like the perfect French blue color. How many times can I say French blue, right? But anyway, seems like it's hard to find, so I'm always kind of custom mixing things to get the color that I want. And then you need more, and then you can't make more because you custom mixed it the first time. That's usually my problem. Okay, I think that color is really pretty. So I'm just gonna kind of start applying it randomly on the table, and then I'll show you what we'll do after that. All right, so this is how it looks with my little blue, French blue accent pieces on it. I just randomly applied it, and then what I'm going to do is over top of that, I'm gonna use some of this Dixie Belle Crackle. And I'm just using this because it was just the closest thing that I could grab. You could also use glue, like Elmer's glue or Vaseline or hairspray to get a similar effect. But we're gonna do this, and hopefully it's gonna show enough of that blue through to make that worth the while. Okay, I started applying my second coat. You can already see the nice crackling that I'm getting on those blue areas. That's looking good. The trick is with this crackle is you don't want to rub hard with the paint. You want to just kind of gingerly go over, like right here. I'm just gonna kind of go over it once. I'm gonna try to not keep rubbing into it. I also added some water to my paint to thin it out a little bit, just to help it not be so kind of sticky and thick. Okay, so I think it's looking cute. I'm gonna keep going and I will show you guys when it's all done. Okay, I apologize for the lighting in here, but I'm working in the evenings since I kind of have to do that when my kids go down to bed. But so here's the table. It's all been sealed and everything, and I picked out my IOD transfer, and it's this Le Courrier Français. Anyway, I don't speak French, but it is like a newspaper, like a French newspaper. So I thought that would look kind of cute on here since the kids are always writing and stuff on here anyway. So the first thing that you want to do though, when you get one of these IOD stamps out, is you want to take some fine grit sandpaper and just brush that along the stamp so that it will take the ink a little bit better. So I'm going to quickly do that. All right, so now I'm considering adding some of these. These are like for pots. They're so cute. I love these, and I'm just trying to think if it would work on these at all. I think maybe on the backs of the chairs, something like this would be kind of cute. I kind of like this one that says picture gallery for boys and girls. I think that would be cute since this is my sons and daughters. Okay, so I picked out my transfer and cut it out. And now I'm just using this little plastic tool that comes with your transfer booklets to push the design down onto my surface. Sometimes I do find that I have to push pretty hard, or kind of even use like the corner just to get it down into the grooves. You do want to apply your transfer on a surface that has been sealed. They do say not to use a wax, but to use like a polyacrylic, like a water-based, and you can seal over top of these. I believe you can seal with a wax over top, but don't take that to the bank because I'm not 100% positive. But you can definitely seal back over top with like a Mod Podge or a polyacrylic. I don't think that you have to. It's not necessary, but you can, just to help protect the design. I also like to go over the design with a really fine grit sandpaper, fine grit, just to make it look like the design's lived on there for a little bit. Okay, I think I saved the best for last because I love how this trunk turned out. So here's what it looks like to begin with. This was a trunk that I found at an estate sale for $1. It looked extremely rough when I first got it, so it has been painted, but we are going to add a lot of French country embellishments to this trunk. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to do is add these iron feet onto the trunk. I found these at Hobby Lobby. But first I will need to create some supports for the legs just in the middle section there because it was hollowed out more than where you see the other wood planks. So I'm just using some scrap trim wood that we had in the basement, and I'm going to cut it to size so that it fits in between those 3 plank wood pieces, so that way our iron feet won't be wobbly and we'll have something to securely attach them to. Alright, so it looks like that little bit of trim piece that I added in between the slats is going to work out really good to give my legs the support that they were missing from the sides. Let me see if I can show you here. So there was nothing there before, so what would have happened is the leg would have kind of tipped and dipped into that empty crevice there. So those trim pieces were the perfect depth, and I did mess up and cut them like a millimeter too wide, of course, too long, but that's okay. I got them worked in there. The only thing that might be an issue is this previous like footed metal piece, but I think I'm going to just miss it. Hopefully it's gonna be a little close. I might need to see if I can work those off. So anyway, it's coming along good, and I think it's gonna be really cute. It's gonna elevate it so that it's a nicer height to be a side table or a coffee table. All right, guys, so now the next step is to just add some rub and buff all around certain places. I'm thinking maybe on some of the hardware, definitely on the legs. I already have this one done. That's just gonna help it tie in with all of my decor. I also decided that I needed to rub and buff some of the metal embellishments that are on the trunk, such as these pieces on the corners and some of the latches. I just thought that that would kind of tie it all in and really bring out some of the nice accents that are on the trunk. So I'm just using a mixture of some copper toned rub and buff with some gold, just to kind of tone that bright gold down just a little bit and make it look aged.